That's the Renaissance Center in downtown Detroit, the headquarters hotel for Super Bowl 40. That place was mobbed this afternoon. We could barely get out of there. Welcome back to Detroit. We're right outside Ford Field where the Super Bowl will be played tomorrow. It's been the center of the pro football world for the past week, and it's been home to Dick Jauron for the last 2 years, even longer. The new head coach of the Buffalo Bills is in town to watch tomorrow's game as a spectator, but he really knows his way around this town of Detroit after spending the last 2 years coaching with the Lions and playing defensive back for 6 years in this city.
I love the old stadium. I guess Briggs Field is what it was called, and then Tiger Stadium, but you know, just the old locker room, the high ceiling and the kind of the chicken fence lockers, it was different. So I'm glad. I guess I'm really glad I got to experience that era.
Let's talk about some of the key hirings in your staff and start with the defensive coordinator, Perry Fuel, who you worked with at Jacksonville.
High quality guy, high character guy, you know, great family guy, all those things. Hard worker, diligent, you know, disciplined, very organized. And the system that he'll bring is a very organized system, you know, and aggressive. It's a very aggressive system in terms of style of play, not necessarily in terms of blitzing every down, but in terms of the demands on the player.
What about Steve Fairchild led you to take him as the guy to be your offensive coordinator, really his first offensive coordinator job in the NFL?
Comes highly recommended by some people that I trust, has a varied experience in our business, involved in a kind of a demanding and a run-focused offense in college and in the NFL, been in places that are mixed, and then been in places that I think run the ball well with the Rams and Mike Martz. They definitely run it well, but more pass-oriented and down-the-field passing. He felt that was a great experience for him to get a good feel for that down-the-field game to mix with the run game.
Around the NFL, the trend this year was for younger, maybe less experienced coaches to get hired, and your staff is very experienced. Can you talk about that and why you think experience is so important?
I've met and seen people that I would say have, let's say, 12 years of experience. But I've also met people that I think have 1 year of experience 12 times. So I think it's important to, experience is building on what you've just related to, what's happened to you, getting a little bit better at it.
Are you a player's coach, Dick? And what do you think that means, a player's coach?
A player's coach carries a connotation, at times it's negative. And so, no, I don't. If it's negative, no, I don't.
Well, I think people think a player's coach might mean he's easy on players.
Yeah, I've never felt that I was easy on players. I think our practices have always been demanding. I think they've been smart.
Tell me why you think that for a quarterback, the third year is a critical year as J.P. Lossman goes into his third year.
Not only my opinion, but it is my opinion that the third year for a young quarterback is critical. He's had that 2 year time to experience, to see things, if not in games, then in practice. He gets a lot of his reps may come in practice, which is not like a game, but it's close as he's going to get for a little while. Then he gets on the field, obviously. His first year maybe just in exhibition games. But his second year, you know, he's playing more, he's getting more of those live reps. And his third year, I think, is a time where he shows he's either got a feel for this league or he doesn't.
What is it about the Buffalo job that appealed to you, Dick? If you looked around the league and you had a little knowledge about the Bills, but what was it about this job that appealed to you?
The fact that Marv was the GM, okay, the fact that ownership takes a vital interest, I mean, very interested in what's going on with this football team, you know, and wants to be updated. I think that's important. I think it's a reflection of the whole thing.
Coach Jauron will be at the game tomorrow with his wife and his family, and obviously he hopes his next visit to the Super Bowl will be a business trip along with the rest of the Buffalo Bills. Well, the city of Detroit chosen a couple of years ago to host the Super Bowl this year, and I can't imagine anyone was happier than former Buffalo Bills guard Joe DeLamielleure. It's a homecoming for the Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe D, and we'll hear from him when Super Saturday continues.